ready to get spooky?
In September.
Are you ready? Hey, they don't know.
Okay.
As far as they know, this episode drops October. What? Let me see. We're ahead of schedule, but this is how it goes. October 25th.
Okay.
That's when it drops. But yeah, it's September. So for anyone listening right now, hello from our September selves. But what's good, everybody? This is Short Kings Talk, episode 17. We are your hosts with the most, Sid and Kelvin. We're wearing the same thing because we filmed episode 16 right before this.
No, we're wearing the same things because you guys don't sub and we can't afford clothes. That's why. So
really? How's that closet looking, though? Exactly. A lot of unworn clothes. Yeah, if you're watching, for anyone who's been keeping up, we appreciate y'all. Thank you for the love. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, as well as follow us on all social media platforms at Short Kings Talk Everything. Links in the description below.
And for some of the haters out there, man, we don't make money off this podcast. We got hella comments like, these guys drop out of school to make this podcast. No, we don't make money off this stuff.
We don't, not yet. But if you subscribe, please
prove those haters right.
Exactly. Or
not everyone deserves a podcast.
What's the main comment we've been getting lately? I was like, just because you can make a podcast doesn't mean
you should.
Yeah.
And
you're right.
Yeah, you're right.
We're still here. Exactly. But you ready to get spooky?
Nice. Again, it's not spooky. It's just a way of life.
No. We're getting spooky. So this episode comes out the Wednesday right before Halloween. So that's why we're doing some Halloween themed episodes. That's why episode 16, we talked about, unsolved mysteries, crimes, like, some scary stories that we just wanted to talk about. This time, we're going to talk about personal scary stuff that happened in our lives. Now, my stuff is light. Kelvin over here has you need to come out with your own like Goosebumps novels, man. So I get gnarly on his side. So, just to ease him in, like, let me start with me, because I feel like my stuff is like way more tame than yours. Like, okay. Kelvin's story involves like a feather man or something.
Oh, that's a real guy.
Exactly. I don't know, like whatever is your gnarliest story, just save that for last. All right. But for me, okay, first of all, do you believe in like ghosts, like paranormal activity?
I live with them.
All right. So that means you do believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just not vampires, bro.
I know, yeah. But like if you believe in like, the what do you want to call it? The what's the in between of heaven and hell? Forgot. Limbo. Yeah. Like the limbo dimension and stuff, and like the.
Is that where the ghosts come from? Limbo?
Yeah.
I thought that's where people go to Jamaica. They like bend over them. That's not limbo? That's limbo too, right?
That's limbo too. Yeah.
Why do they call that limbo?
Who knows? I'll ask my Jamaican homie. It's like, hey, why do they call limbo? I'm probably going to get this whole like monologue, this whole allegory on like, dude, it's like actually like a... Nah, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Anyways... I do too. So I do believe in like all the paranormal stuff, which is why I'm super scared of those type of movies because it seems hella real.
But do they ever bother you?
What do you mean?
The ghosts?
Not really.
Yeah, just chilling, right?
Yeah. Like I guess for me, like I personally feel like there was like one spirit at my parents' house that just never bothered like me. Yeah. So that's why I was like whatever. But I just always sense something in like the side of my eye, especially late at night. But then, so I have one story that happened when I was at home. So this was, I want to say, either 13 or 14. I came home from school. So, if I got out at 3, my parents got out at 5, like both of them, and then they would pick up my brother. So they probably wouldn't be home until like 5:30 or 6, right? So I had like 3 hours of like just me being home alone. So I hella remember this. So I live in a 2-story house, and I was downstairs, and I was watching Camp Laszlo. I don't know if you remember that cartoon. And it was just me and my dog just there, right? And then just out of nowhere, upstairs, my parents' door just opens and closes like repeatedly. Like you just hear like doom, 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 doom. Like like as if like you just turn the knob and then you just like
start smashing.
Yeah, for like 5 to 10 seconds.
Oh damn.
That literally happened. And then I've seen these movies already, so I know the protocol. Don't go up and check. Sorry. So you know what I did? I literally went to the backyard with my dog, and I stayed in the backyard until my parents got home.
Oh man.
For like 2 hours. Yeah. And I made sure I went out the backyard with the blinds closed, because I don't want to see through the side. Yeah, exactly.
Just like look at you.
Yeah. Because of the way that my house is, like where the living room is, like the stair set is like behind, so there's like this like platform ish thing. So like you can definitely like if I was downstairs and my mom needed something, that she would be in that middle part of the stairs saying like, "Oh, Sid," like blah blah blah. So that ghost can be at the middle part. Yeah. So I wasn't trying to see that at all. There's no way. Yeah. So that was like one, like I guess personal like scary story that happened to me. Again, I think that was pretty tame. That was scary. You
ever seen the movie The Others by Nicole Kidman? It's back in like 2001.
No. If it was a scary movie, it's definitely a no.
It's like kind of not really scary, but it's like for people who haven't watched it, that's your fault. So like Nicole Kidman, she was like a World War II, like after World War II happened.
Okay.
She lived in the house with like her 2 kids.
So she was a boomer wife?
Yeah, I suppose. And then she lived with 2 kids, and then the kids started seeing like ghosts.
Okay.
And then so she hired these 3 servants, and then these 3 servants were, and then creepy stuff happened, like stuff, right? And then it turns out the kids were seeing photos of like the ghosts, right? And then there was the 3 servants that were there, right? So you thought that was a twist of the movie, but the actual twist was they're all ghosts. So the ghosts they were seeing were people from the real dimension. So there's
like Sixth Sense?
Yeah, so like there's like one scene where they're like the people were having like a candlelight, like they're trying to commune with the ghost.
Yeah.
And then like they were all talking to her, and she was like convinced she was not dead. And then she was like throwing stuff like, "We're not dead, we're not." And then you see it from the other people's point of view, like pages were floating in the air, and they're like, "Why are you so angry?"
Yeah.
Yeah, so kind of like Sixth Sense. Yeah. So they were the ghosts all along.
So where was she at? She was in limbo.
Yeah. She in limbo.
Interesting.
I didn't hear no Jamaican music.
Yeah. Like in the movie, did Nicole Kidman go, "Because here they are." Like in the movies.
Wouldn't that be wild? What if you're the ghost?
Huh?
What if you're the ghost?
Right now?
No, like back then, like can you imagine like what if you were the ghost? Like you were the one tripping out. Someone just like fucking clapping cheeks up in there, and then you're like all scared. And
I don't know.
They just see the shadowy figure and this ghost dog in the background. Like, what the fuck's that?
I don't know. If I was the ghost, I don't know. I would probably try to like go through walls if I was like that self-aware.
Like, wouldn't that be crazy? Because you're a ghost in their dimension, right?
Oh.
Right. So who's the real ghost?
They are.
To you. But
levels to this, man. We're in the physical realm, all right?
But what if this is the ethereal realm and they're in the physical realm?
No. It's like the whole Matrix theory.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess. All right. So for you, Mr. Spooky Boy, start off with like whatever you think is like the most like tame, like personal scary story.
You know what? Like I've always seen weird crap.
Okay.
I've seen shadows like ever since I was growing up. Okay. And I don't want to be corny, but that's why I like the anime Bleach so much.
Okay.
Because like Ichigo sees stuff like that, and I was like, hey, I see stuff like that. So like ever since I was growing up,
you've always seen like figures,
like shapes of figures, right?
At your home or just anywhere?
Everywhere.
Really?
Right? So like when we were driving by, like I would see shadows of stuff, and then that would make me like double take, but like nothing.
Have you ever had any?
They took me to a priest.
Okay.
Yeah,
wow.
They took me to a priest, and then the priest, you know what he told me? He's like, oh, the shadows are just people who are passing by.
Yeah. So, okay, yeah.
Like people that they're died, they're moving on.
Right.
You heard that too?
No. But then, because the question I was gonna ask you was like, have you ever like said anything to your family member like, oh, do you see that or something?
Yeah, they thought I was crazy.
Okay. How old were you when you were?
I was 6.
Wow.
I was starting seeing stuff like that. Yeah.
See, that's the worst age to be a haunted kid. Like.
You know, like I see movies like, the kid always like pointing at like, hey, like whatever.
Exactly.
Right? And I was like, I would just kick the shit out of that kid. Whatever friend they made.
There's no way.
Yeah.
But okay. So you were 6. So they sent you to a priest. So like because you kept just saying like it's like
I was seeing. No, I was like with nightmares, bro.
Really?
Like, I couldn't sleep.
Whoa.
Because like it would freak me out. And like the worst was, this was like back when I get really scared. You know how any shape at night looks like a figure to you, like a coat hanging by your door kind of looks like a person towering.
Yeah.
Your chair looks like, so like I would just, dude, there was times like in the shower where, you know how some of the tiles are like like, you know, the marking, right?
Yeah.
I would see faces in the tiles.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. No, this is hell. I started laughing because my homie told me of this situation happening. All right, so I was hella dying when he told me this. So basically, so his wife is black. So he's Mexican, his wife is black. And he told me that one time he woke up in the middle of the night and then he thought he saw like a figure, so he hella spazzed out. Turns out it was his wife's weave. I was like, oh man, I would have been scared of that too.
But you know, when you're young, like when you see stuff like that, and like you're in bed, like the best thing you can do is just close your eyes, right?
Yeah.
And just
Were you like those type that if you got scared, you like buried yourself under the sheets and you would get hella hot?
Dude, I would do that my entire childhood. Like
Me
it could
too.
be like 100 degrees out, like summer.
Yeah,
I would
and you would
be
still be under the sheets.
because I was like, if my feet stuck out, they would grab me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be sweating.
Exactly.
I'll be sweating.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Because for some reason, like a blanket was like the greatest shield or something.
They were. It's like, oh, he's covered up, even though the head.
Yeah. Did you sleep with a nightlight?
No.
Really?
I don't like so for me, pitch black is perfect because I can't see anything.
Yeah.
If you have a light, thing starts projecting.
Yeah. You just never know.
Shadows.
This is weird because I feel like this would be a worse like situation. Like I would need a nightlight. So for me, like I would need my door open, and I would need the stairs lights on. Yeah, for some like as a kid. But now like it's the reverse. Like now I can't sleep with the door open.
No, door needs to be closed. Nothing. I don't want the hallway light on because I don't want to see no footsteps going down.
Yeah. Okay.
Pitch black.
So you have no lights on at all. Okay. No. Like no like laptop, phone, turtle tank.
The only light I have is from my computer Wi-Fi thing.
Yeah.
It's like a little blue thing.
Yeah. So it's just like that small thing. Yeah. Man, that's like the childhood way to escape the demons, man. Just hide it. Dude, I hella remember that. Like you just be like just sweating a storm and they'll be like, nope, I'm protected.
I'd rather take the heat.
Yeah.
than the demons.
Okay, that's crazy.
No, but like I always seen like shadowy figures, and then the priest, they told me, oh yeah, it's like normal. It's just like people who passed on, and then they're going, and then like.
So what happened after that? Like, did you?
No, nothing stopped. Like and then they had.
Were you still like pointing out, like telling your parents, like, yo?
So like this was back when like our house way back. We had like we lived in an apartment back in the day before we had a house.
Yeah.
And then we were like the second floor.
Okay.
Right, and then. I would be terrified to go up the stairs because
at night or in general.
No, because I always heard footsteps.
Whoa.
And then that's normal. Like people may be coming back from work, but like I can't tell. Like, I just heard footsteps, right? So like I don't know. Everything was
So everything
everything creeped me out.
Everything was
like there was a point in my life where everything scared the crap out of me.
Right.
Because I was just like I was so bombarded with.
You just don't know. I
was like, are those people real? Like, am I going crazy? And stuff like that.
You're probably going crazy.
Yeah, and they sent me to a psych, and then they just thought I had ADHD.
So were you on like the pills or whatever?
No, they never gave me shit. They were like, "Oh, he just has ADHD. He's like his imagination's hyperactive."
Yeah.
Or whatever, and I was like, "Okay."
And
that was like their explanation. Now, so I started to ignore it.
Oh, okay. Have you ever sleptwalked?
No.
Really?
No, I get sleep paralysis. I don't. Sleepwalk.
Yeah, I know, but you never like.
Or not that I know of.
Okay. I've only had one instance of me sleepwalking, and it happened at my parents' house. So if you want to picture this, like upstairs, it's my room and then a thin hallway and then my parents' room. And on some weird night, I knocked out before my parents, which is like odd because my parents would sleep like 9:30. I don't know how I knocked out before. Anyways, apparently I sleepwalked to the room, and I like my mom said that I go, hey, I gotta show you something, and then I turn around and then I just collapsed into the hallway, like sleeping still, and then my dad had to like wake me up to like put me back in bed. Yeah. This was like high school.
You weren't trying to show him a dance move?
No, what the hell? No.
I need to show you something. You do the Dougie.
Oh my god, that'd be hella funny actually.
Just pretend to be possessed. I need to show you something.
No, yeah, that's like my only sleepwalking story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you walk when you're drunk too, right?
Yeah, but that's not me being possessed. That's me like thinking that I could burn calories and get sober. That's different. There's no ghosts around. It's not spooky.
No.
This is spooky time, bro. All right, what else? Do you want to talk about your sleep paralysis or another ghost story?
Nah, we can just keep going about ghosts. Like I still see like when I drive by sometimes, like when I leave here, and then I'm just on the freeway, I see like people, like not people, I see like shadows.
Okay.
That are just standing by the side.
Okay.
But to me, I'm so desensitized by it.
Yeah.
It's just shadows.
Okay. All right, let's talk about your house ghost then.
Oh yeah, but dude, I swear every fucking place I lived in had some kind of like scary shit. So first house we had.
Okay, like is it scary or is it just like an existing like
weird
spirit?
Stuff. I don't know if it's spirit or not. It's just fucking weird. Like for the longest time, this house was like what 10 years ago. Crying kids.
You would hear crying.
Night. Yeah, and there are no kids. Neighbors are retired. Kids are like dead. Oh, there was a girl. She was actually kind of cute. My neighbor had a daughter. She was very cute, but she was way older than me. I remember when I was in the 4th grade, she died because she always had a hot pink Toyota Celica.
Okay.
And then she told like it was a bad crash. Like she got like smashed by a truck.
Yeah.
So I remember seeing like the aftermath of that.
Oh.
Car because they towed it back to the and then it was just like, oh god, and then she apparently died and they had like whole vigil for her. Yeah, but anyway, she was old. She wasn't a child, right? But like I would hear like kids crying, and then my mom would be like, oh no, there's just cats. You're probably hearing cats.
No,
they were kids. No, I'm sure they were kids. They were like,
so you would hear this outside the house, like just
so my room
backyard.
is situated. My room is the only room in the house that hugs the backyard.
Right.
Because it's an extended unit that they built out.
Yeah.
Right. So like every room is kind of connected, and then there's a hall in the living room, right? Yeah. My room is like an ADU, so I'm way the fuck out here. Yeah. So I'm disconnected from everyone.
Yeah, and then you would hear
I would hear stuff in the backyard. Right.
Dude.
And then it would be like kids crying, and I was just, that would freak me the hell out. And again, neighbors have no kids.
That's wild.
None.
When's the last time you heard like kids crying or something? Or when's the last time you heard like some like weird sound?
Sound?
Or anything?
Sound? No, but like last week, like I told you about my ring, right?
No.
So do you have a ring?
No.
So for ring, what you can do is instead of just having the entire ring be like the field of view, because you get hella notifications, right?
Yeah.
You could select motion zones.
Okay.
Where if you cross into a zone, then you get notifications. Okay. Otherwise, you get like 600 a day, right?
Yeah.
So for me, since my window faces the backyard, my ring is pointing at my window.
Okay.
At like an oblique, kind of like skyward angle, right?
Yeah.
It only captures my window.
Okay.
So if you get into my window, I get an alert, right?
Yeah.
If you're just chilling by it and you don't touch my window, you're cool.
Really?
Because there's cats that roam my backyard.
Okay,
I don't want to get 100 notifications, right? So every notification I get will be someone that literally right next to the window pane. And my bed's like right underneath the window, by the way. So I'm like a couple feet away from it.
Okay.
So last week, I don't know if I showed you.
So are you like, are you lying in bed like, hey, fucker?
I had 162 notifications last Wednesday. When I texted you guys, was it Wednesday or Tuesday? Or one of the nights.
I feel like this was a couple weeks ago.
Was it a couple weeks ago? Yeah.
Yeah.
Time's flying by. But I woke up to like 160. And it wasn't like I woke up. It was like 4:30 in the morning. And I was like, it just kept going off. Kind of like that one day when we went viral on IG. It was silence, but like I kept seeing it pop up. Motion detected. Motion detected. And I was just like, I have very heavy curtains. I have the soundproof ones.
Yeah.
Right, the blacked out ones. So I can't see outside.
Right.
But I was like, there's something going on in that way.
Did you check the camera?
Huh?
Did you check the camera?
No. I was too scared. I checked it later though. Nothing was going on.
Oh really?
Yeah, there was
nothing.
It was like it says motion detected. I didn't see shit.
You don't think it was like a
menace
tiger mosquito just like out there?
Probably those motherfuckers. But all I did was I took my gun out of my safe and I slept with it.
Yeah, so you're just sleeping like
I was sleeping like this. Yeah,
I'm ready.
Yeah, I am ready. Because like I don't think it's a ghost. I probably think like someone trying to break in.
Exactly.
Right? That's like the most logical thing.
Right.
So I was like, well, I'm not gonna open it up and reveal my face to the intruder, and he's gonna shoot me in the face, right?
But since you've probably encountered like way more, I guess, haunted situations, you never had like the typical like cabinet open cup.
Oh yeah, those like creaky floorboards.
Yeah, but like something more evident, like like my Pillsbury cinnamon rolls was here, but now it's here.
Like how my shoe was like all over the place at one time.
Yeah.
Like shit like that. When I walked home, I was like, why are my shoes like all over the floor?
Yeah.
And then there was like toothpaste on the floor.
Like
yeah, like it was like squeeze, like your pet peeve.
Yeah,
like,
I was like, how did they fucking
squeeze the toothpaste? It was on the floor.
Uh-huh.
And then there was like piss in the toilet. Remember? I was like FaceTiming. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like clearing the house. But like I checked the cameras. No one ever came in.
No one entered.
No, dude.
Wait. So, but then do you have cameras like literally
everywhere in the house? I could see every room.
But you only have notifications for certain areas.
Only for the backyard. That's all I give a shit about. Okay. And the front door.
Yeah.
The front door for Amazon and the backyard.
But you saw no one entered at all.
No one. Yeah. And I live with my fiance, but like we don't. No one comes in. Right?
Yeah.
It's a vacant house.
But everything was.
No, it was just like the two shoes that were on the floor, fucking squeezed toothpaste on the thing, and there was piss in the thing. It was
That's
like piss.
crazy.
And I was like, there's no way. I don't pee in the morning until I get to work.
Okay.
So like I don't pee at home. So
yeah.
Like, whoever's ghost needs more water or something. That's yellow as fuck. It's like super dark yellow piss.
They can't drink water, man.
Oh, is that why? Why are they peeing there? Some Danny. No, but that was like weird stuff, and I was like, that's why I videoed you. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah. So you think that's for sure ghost?
I don't know what the hell that
peed
was.
In,
but
like, just
but like like stuff
nee.
like that, weird stuff like that happens to me quite frequently.
Okay.
That's why I'm like a little bit more desensitized to it.
Right.
To me, it's just like that's kind of weird. Like,
okay.
What would you do? Like,
if katana out? Yeah, I'm gonna get my katana out, man.
Would you just leave the house? Would you like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait it out.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so if I entered my house, see, this what sucks because my room is where the front is.
Yeah.
So basically, like, yeah, someone can like break into. You hear something?
I thought someone came in. No, it's all good. That's not a ghost. We're
spooky.
Someone training someone.
No, yeah, I don't know. I'd be like.
So if you're in a house where it's quote unquote haunted, right? Would you leave the premise or would you try to barricade yourself into your room? Like,
am I already in the house or?
Yeah, like you're like, let's say you just got home from work and then there's some like hash singing slasher, like lights flickering stuff was going on. Would you be like, all right, I'm gonna go back to my car and drive away, or would you barricade yourself into your room? Like
I might dip out.
yeah, like this is
there's no way. Like how do you fight a ghost, man? You're just throwing like these air punches, but then they can hit you back. It'll be like Fight Club. You know when Edward Norton was fighting himself, and he was like throwing himself in the parking lot. It's like
like paranormal activity.
Yeah. I'm gonna if a ghost fights me, I'm gonna look like when freaking Patrick got booted. Like
So you just dip.
I would just dip.
Follow to your
so
car,
you would barricade yourself, because guns.
Where would I go?
Because guns kill ghosts, right?
They don't, but you have a better shot, right?
Do you?
Because if you go to your car, they're just gonna follow you, right?
I mean,
you're not using movie logic.
Oh, I mean, I guess.
And then now suddenly you're driving, and then you're this freaking trope is when you look back, and then you see in this rear view mirror. Or whatever.
Speaking of like movie tropes, like I have like this like ironclad way of like making sure like a ghost doesn't pop up like in my mirror. So like that's like one of the scary things. When like you wash your face, you're scared because your eyes are closed.
Or wash your hair when you wash your hair.
Yeah. Or no, if you're in the shower, that's fine. I mean,
really?
Unless you have a mirror in the shower.
No, but like I know people are not me. People are afraid of like washing their face and hair because their eyes are closed, and then there's like something.
No, because like I always like wash my hair going this way.
Oh. So your eyes are open the whole time?
I guess. But I don't trip on that. No, it's basically like if I want to wash my face on the sink and then I'm scared that if... All right. Back. Technical difficulties. It's all good. No stress.
Yeah.
What was I talking about? Forgot. Oh yeah, my ironclad way of if a ghost pops up in the mirror. So, you know when you wash your face?
Yeah.
So this is what you do. So like as you're washing your face, don't completely look up. What you want to do is like you want to look at the bottom corners of your mirror.
Okay.
So if this is a kid ghost, then you're basically like fucked, because like my thought process is if you make eye contact with the ghost, then you've lost.
But they could be by next to you, and you could.
Yeah, and then you might have a chance.
Okay.
So you look up, but you look at the bottom corner of the mirror,
Yeah.
and if you see a figure, you'll kick that shit and then just dip out.
But I thought you can't touch ghosts.
But you never know. You can freak them out. It's like, oh, how did you know we're behind you? I'm always aware. I'm prepared. I think that's my ironclad way. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it might work.
You never know.
Try it out.
You never know. Yeah. What if like you wash your face and then behind you just see this weird figure squeezing a toothpaste bottle?
I will shoot it.
You bring your gun into the restroom?
You have a gun in every house, every room in the house.
Are you like Kevin Hart?
No, I'm Charles.
Like gun compartment.
Like a Punisher. You ever watch a movie?
Yeah.
Like a thing in every.
No, but you don't know Kevin Hart's little gun compartment situations. Like, oh, like I have guns in everywhere around the house, but I like to make these like situations.
Oh, what he needs.
Oh, you gonna rob me? You gonna rob me while I'm on Pornhub? Let me just close this tab one last time. Gun compartment. You ever seen that?
No, I don't have guns in every. I have in a couple of rooms.
Have you ever had a situation where you've been next to someone that witnessed like a ghost or something?
A ghost, like at the same time?
Yeah, or they experienced something.
Yeah. Where they. I mean, like I feel like most people have experienced some kind of like out of the ordinary stuff.
Yeah. So for me, my uncle's a Catholic priest, right? Yeah. And growing up, I was an altar server. So a lot of times, like families would ask us to go to their house to like bless their house, because that was a big thing. Like bless everything. Yeah. Like my parents made me like bless everything. They blessed my car, and then that's how they found it.
Are they DJ Khaled?
Huh?
Are they DJ Khaled?
What do you mean?
Bless up.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's all good.
Yeah, but my parents made me bless my car. Okay. That's how they found out that I vape.
Oh, okay.
Because I opened the door, still like smoke. I'm just like, all right. Anyways, so my uncle and I went to like a family friend's house to bless the house, and then when we were walking like around, just doing like very normal like blessing stuff. Yeah. We were in the living room, and then basically whenever you bless, like you just like basically splash holy water everywhere, just like, and then do a prayer. I think it's like one Our Father and one Hail Mary, like every room. And then out of nowhere, I'm gonna say like it's a very Filipino thing to call like kind of like your cousin figure, like your cousin. But like I guess my cousin out of nowhere like hella screamed. And he's just like, who's that? She's like, who's that? And it's like, who's that old man standing in front of us or something, right? Like was just describing this like old like disgruntled figure. Then like I didn't see anything. And she was like freaking out. And my uncle was like even like throwing holy water like a lot more in that area. Like she was hysterically crying. Like legitimately, like she was super spooked. She was like, she turned pale. She was like crying. It was crazy. I was like, the hell? And then turns out, I guess, like that part of land was like a Indian burial ground or something. Yeah, I don't know, but still, that's crazy.
Yeah, I had an aunt that was talking about. She moved into, or she wasn't moving. She was at a housewarming party, and then what happened was this lady is a tailor? Is it seamstress? Seamstress, right? Yeah. So she does that for a living, right?
Okay.
And you know how like when they make dresses, they need that half mannequin looking thing, and then they put the dress on there, right?
Yeah.
So like this lady was giving her the tour, and then she was like, "Oh, like that's a really nice like Victorian dress that you're making." And she's like, "What Victorian dress? I haven't done anything this week." And she's like, "What are you talking about? Like there's a dress right there." And she's like, what are you talking about? Like there's no dress at all.
What?
And then my aunt got like hella mad at her. She's like, "Oh, you think I'm stupid? Like you don't think I know like what a dress felt?" And she went to reach for it, and there was nothing there. And then when she looked again, there was no dress. And she just got the fuck out of there. She was like, nope. All right, I'm out of here.
Oh my God. Were you there?
Huh? No, she told us at like a Christmas. She's like, dude, like that house is like fucking haunted. Like, dude, I'm not going back.
Bro, that'd be wild.
Yeah, but it's always like it's like Victorian. I was like, it's always like
that's very specific.
I was like, man, you capping them? Like, all the Vietnamese lady make a Victorian dress though.
Just be like, hey, what's the dress? Black and blue or white and gold? It's like, I think it's like it was black and blue, and then it turned white and gold. Oh, spooky.
No, but like I know my grandma refuses to be in the house by herself after my grandpa passed.
My grandfather was the same way when my grandmother passed.
Yeah, he refused to stay in the house by himself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't get, because like I always ask her, I'm like, what are you afraid of? Because that was your husband. You guys love each other. Like, why are you afraid that his spirit's gonna come? Like,
hey,
like.
You up?
You want to play mahjong? That's what they did, you know. Like
yeah.
And then the same thing, like with my fiance's grandfather when she died, and I had to carry that body out. Right, her grandma refuses to say the same thing. I was like, is it like an Asian thing or like I don't?
Oh my God! Now I remember the story that I want to tell.
Yeah.
Okay. Cause like, okay, let me ask. Like when you had to like move like the grandfather to the stretcher, like was he dead already?
He was dead. Yeah.
That's wild.
Dead, yeah.
Okay, so that's the story I wanted to tell. I was trying to think of the story before we started recording, but basically, one of my uncles is a caregiver, like one of those like under the table, like let's be real, right?
Yeah.
And then back then he would ask me like, hey, do you want to cover for me for the weekend? I'm like, yeah, sure. And it's super simple, right? It was like this white family, like in Burbank, and then all I had to do was like cook them breakfast, and then their lunch and dinner was like microwavable. Right? Yeah. They did not have the greatest diet at all.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're back.
Yeah, my bad for the technical difficulties. Yeah, something's going on with my camera. It's overheating, even though I turned that feature off. But going back to the story I was saying, so I caregive for my uncle for this couple in Burbank, and it's this white couple, and then there was just one day that I covered for my uncle, and then the wife was feeling hella sick. Like, she wouldn't leave bed, and she would just only ask me for like sweets, like, oh, can you give me like a scoop of ice cream or like Jello or something? I'm like, all right. And then so that happened, and then I remember the husband was being like a little concerned, but like still a little bit chill. Yeah. Weird side note, shout out to the husband though. He gave me weed one time. Cause he would smoke in the backyard, but then I would be in the living room, and he goes, "Do you smoke weed?" I'm like, "Yeah, sometimes." And he goes, "I'm like, hey." Anyways, and I think when I got off like at like 6 p.m. and then I remember my auntie calling me. He's like, "Oh, do you remember so and so?" I'm like, "Yeah, what about her?" Like, "Yeah, she died." I'm like, "What?" Yeah, I guess her cancer like took over or something.
She was like hypoglycemic, and you
something, yeah.
Killed her? I'm just kidding.
hey, man, I did not contribute to anything. But the thing is, though, is that I still had to go back the next day. And then, dude, the atmosphere of the house just felt so different. It was like not even somber. It was like even like deeper than that. It was crazy. Shit. So that's why, I can never work in healthcare because I'm not desensitized to that. There's no way.
But you're Filipino.
What? No, so?
You guys run healthcare.
Yeah, no, but it's okay. Hey, all my friends and family that run health, do you? Yeah. I'ma do me.
Like, you guys either do healthcare or you dance.
Or both.
Yeah.
Or do the TikTok dances while you're working, which I have seen.
I've seen a lot of people lose their license that way.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, because you can't put the patient in frame without their
No, like that. No, they're like at their desk or something.
Oh, no, I've seen people get their license revoked for dancing.
Yeah, there's no way, like,
there are girls that are like dancing with dead people on their like.
No. You've
seen that, right?
No. I've never seen that. I've seen just regular dancing in like an empty hallway, and then they're doing it with their coworkers. Yeah, so everyone's in scrubs moving.
Oh, I've seen those.
No one is incapacitated on the bed. Yeah, no. Yeah, there's no way for that. Yeah. All right.
But your grandpa would refuse to be in the house alone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did he ever tell you why?
I don't know. Why? Did your grandparents ever tell you why?
she just didn't like. She was just like, oh, like your grandpa's spirit is still here because he died like kind of unfulfilled and stuff like that.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was just like, but why though? Like you guys were married for like 50 something years. Like why are you scared of him? Like what would you do?
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know.
Their spirits are always with you.
It's but I think it's like also like they're just depressed, like, you know, like they don't want to be in like that space.
Reminded of stuff. It could be, but I just feel it's.
That's how my grandfather was. Like he didn't want to stay at his apartment, so he just stayed at our house the whole time. Yeah. I remember like this is like super random story, but I remember like this is like around the time that my grandmother passed. Like I got my license, so. I would just be required to like, you know, pick up whoever and drop off, you know. Yeah. So like my grandfather would just ask me like, oh, can you take me to Target? I'm like, yeah, sure. And I took him to Target, and then I remember I lost him. Oh. Cause when I'm a kid, like I'll walk around on my own, and then like he would say he would go here, and I remember going there, and he's like, he's gone. I remember spending like 20 minutes damn. Like, dude, what the fuck?
Like it's like reversed now.
I said, lol. Okay. No, I was like 16. Oh. Anyways. All right. Do you want to get into your little feather story?
Dude, the feather's not even the worst part. I don't know why you keep hyping that part up.
I don't know. All right. It just seemed like the worst part.
We'll give some context here. So like
Okay, wait, hold on. You have a worse story than the feather story then?
Yeah. Okay, it's not worse. It's worse for me because it makes me look like an asshole. But I don't know. You're looking for like cabinet banging. That's not it.
I don't know. Yeah. All right.
My grandpa died at the house I currently live in.
Okay.
And it's my mom's like home.
Okay.
She doesn't live there anymore. Okay. But so the circumstances of his death are kind of messed up. Okay. Because I didn't cause anything, but I also didn't help as much as I should have.
Yeah.
Right. So.
But you were a kid at the time, right?
No, I was like out of high school. Yeah. So I was on demon time, man. I was on demon time. So I was on a date.
Okay.
And then I was just chilling with girls, right? Yeah. And then
you were young. All right.
I was young. My grandpa had like end-stage renal disease. He was on dialysis. Mm-hmm. He had a lot of trouble breathing. So his oxygen thing, he depended on it, right?
Okay.
And then, back then, I didn't have a medical background back then. I was just a little shit. Yeah. Trying to get laid, bro. Yeah. And then, so like my mom had difficulty with his oxygen thing. Right. And then I don't know how to work the goddamn thing, right? But it's just a dial. You just turn it, and the bubble. Have you ever worked the oxygen thing?
No.
There's a dial on it. There's like a air bubble that goes up, and then whatever the bubble's at, that's the level it's at, right?
The only thing I've ever done was
also don't. Viewers, listeners, don't change the fucking oxygen without the doctor's order because you could kill someone. Right. Not saying I did that, right? But anyways, like he was like gasping for air. Okay. My mom was like freaking out. She kept calling me, and then typical Asian mom, I was like, she's just like being annoying, right? So I turned my phone off.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, because you're just because
I'm like, I'm just like out, trying to rizz it up here, man. You're like fucking cock blocking me, anyways.
Okay.
So like, got home later that day, and then she was like yelling at me, like, oh, like why didn't you pick up? Like your grandpa like can't breathe. Can you go check on them, right? And I checked on them, and like this dude did not look good. Like he was like pale, and he was like, and then I was just like, oh, okay, well I'm gonna turn up the oxygen just a little bit, right? He was at like 4 liters, and then I think the max is 12. I turned him up to like 5. Okay, didn't work, right? 5, and then turned it up to 6. Still couldn't breathe, right? And then at that point, like it wasn't labored breathing; it was like very quiet breathing.
Okay, like, what do you do? Like, do you have like
you're supposed to call 911 when this kind of shit happens. Okay. You don't try to like DIY your fucking.
I thought you had like a doctor's line like on deck, like you could call.
Man, doctors aren't like that, dude. They don't give a
fuck. Right.
No, like you're supposed to call 911, but like my grandpa was a very frugal man. Like he didn't believe in paying $8,000 ambulance rides. Right. He probably would have died at that thought of that.
Yeah.
Right. So like at that point, it was like super quiet breathing. Called the ambulance then, and then like when they came in, they tried to resuscitate him because he was already like whatever, right? And then all I remember was like having a fight with my mom during this entire process because he wasn't getting any better, right? And she kept yelling at me like, do this, do that, try this, and I was like, hey, shut the f up, right? Like I'm trying to like whatever, right? And then like so like the last I guess 10 minutes I had with him before the ambulance came and he passed, right? I just remember him like looking at me He didn't say anything. He just like looked at me, right? Because he was dying, and like it wasn't like a positive experience, right?
Right.
It just felt like this guy was helpless, and he's just like, why are you guys fighting like over me? And then I was being a little shit too. I was like, why the fuck am I helping this guy? Like I don't know. I'm not a fucking doctor,
Yeah.
And so like my last memory of him was just like this half dying man staring at me, like literally, like just like
that's crazy.
That right. So like, it wasn't like a good passing, I guess, right?
Right.
And then because of that, my grandma refused to be in that house anymore.
Right.
Because he was like, oh, he's like vengeful because you guys were like fighting, and then like you were being an asshole to him,
right?
Like and I didn't think much of it,
right?
But like that kind of set things off, and it wasn't until like my girlfriend at that time, like her grandpa died, right? Because that's when I had to actually that was when I was older. I was much older at that point, right? And I was already in like the medical field, so like I was used to transferring dead bodies and stuff like that. So like I transfer them to the thing, and then he's already dead at that point.
Right.
They were just getting the body out.
Okay.
Right? But like that actually hit me harder because like when my grandpa died, I was just like angry. Right. Because I was like, why'd you make all this like drama over someone's death? Right.
Right.
And then like when my girlfriend's grandpa died, it wasn't unrelated to me, right?
Yeah.
So like at that point, it was like, oh, like.
Damn, that
sucks.
sensible.
Yeah, I was like, damn, that sucks. Like, it sucks that he passed. But like with my grandpa, like, it was always like negative. I was just angry. Like, the whole death was angry.
Because more like, I think you just like put yourself back in that experience of like arguing with your mom.
Yeah, and I was like, and then I could have done more. I guess I could have went home earlier instead of turning my phone off like an asshole, right? Like maybe I could have saved his life.
Oh,
right. So that was it. And then to this day they still think that house is haunted because my grandpa was like around angry at why, like at the circumstances of his death.
Whoa.
I don't think that way because obviously I lived there. Right?
Yeah.
And like for me, it's normal again.
But
like,
does your mom refuse to go in that house because of that?
Yeah, she doesn't stay home alone. No, she would come visit sometimes, but she would never be there alone. So she would always bring my grandma with. So they're a pair, right?
Yeah.
But none of them would stay in there by themselves because they're scared.
Are they the type like you have to be like by their side all the time? Like, oh, like once you open the door, like,
They're not like that. They just need another human in the vicinity.
Right.
But they can't be there by themselves.
Right,
they get hellish, like they get scared.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I don't, obviously growing up seeing shadows and stuff.
I
don't really care. So that wasn't even the scary story. I don't know why you keep hyping that up. So the Featherman was the priest they hired afterwards to do the funeral. That guy's a fucking scam artist. So it's not my family. It's my girlfriend's family, right?
Okay.
So they kept hiring this guy to do the ceremonies to help the spirits pass.
Okay.
And they would charge like 10 G's to do the freaking thing.
What? Okay. What's this Featherman like?
He was dressed in all feathers.
Yeah, but was this like correlated to a religion?
I think it's a Buddhist thing. I think they're Buddhist.
Okay.
Right? I'm not Buddhist. So he would come by and then he would burn this like leaf and
like
he would
incense.
and he would wave around. He would dance, kind of ridiculous, right? And then I can't be in. So the Featherman story is I can't be in the same area as the Featherman because I always crack up whenever he does his ritual. And I laugh. Like how like when like you were trying to pace back and forth. Like I would just laugh my ass off. So at the funeral, the Featherman came back again, right? Do the same shit. I freaking lost it. I just started cracking up and I got kicked out.
Was he just a very like colorful character too? Is that why?
No, he looked like a chicken. Like it's chicken feathers.
Yeah, but so while he did the ceremony, did it look kind of like funky or did he just
he was
like
sobbing, like he was crying,
right?
So and he was like way over the top,
Yeah.
So
but you were just being a dick, laughing.
No, it's funny to me. I'm very culturally insensitive.
Okay.
So that's the Featherman. It has nothing to do with scary. So the scary story that you're looking for was when I was in UCSD.
Okay.
I would keep having these sleep paralysis, right? And every night it got worse. So in the beginning, I just felt hair over my face. Right? Okay. And I wouldn't open my eyes because I couldn't. In the beginning, and then I started getting a little bit more control over my sleep paralysis to the point where I could move my eyes. My body was just frozen. Okay. And that's the state I'm in right now. Right. So whenever I have sleep paralysis, I can move my eyes. I just can't move my limbs. Like
that's what you're experiencing right now.
Yeah, but before I couldn't even open my eyes. I just felt heavy presence.
I think it's scarier to move your eyes and not be able to move.
It kind of is, but it gives you a semblance of control because you can't really. Because with your eyes closed,
you can't move.
your imagination goes wild when your eyes are closed and you feel things. It's way worse than being able to see like, okay, there's actually nothing here.
Okay.
Right? Okay. I'm just frozen.
Got you.
Thing, right?
Yeah.
So like I would feel hair, always hair on my face when I was sleeping, right? And then I would like scream. Sometimes in the middle of the night, my roommates would hear, like my girlfriend would hear, like I would just start yelling, like because I'm like, what the fuck is going on, you know? And I don't realize I'm
you don't know.
Yeah. So it progressed to until one night, like the first time I was able to open my eyes. That's when I saw like kind of saw what was going on. It was my bed was in the middle. I lived in a single, right? So I lived in the middle. The door was to the left of me. So like if I'm laying here, this is the door, right? So if I'm laying here, right, I could use my peripheral vision to see the side. And then the first time I saw the thing, right, it was just a person like out here in the head. And I saw the face. It was the first time the shadows became a face.
Wait, your door was open?
The door was open.
Oh,
and it's never open because I live with roommates because they're like fucking all the time, so I don't want to hear that shit. Right? So I always close it.
Oh,
and I saw this was the first time I saw a face to the figure, and the eyes were yellow, and then I fucking lost it, and I couldn't scream, and I was just like muffled, trapped inside.
Whoa! And your heart was just hella racing.
Yeah, and I was like sweating, dude, and it felt like it lasted like an hour.
What the hell?
Cause like and then
so that figure was just like chilling like this.
Yeah, like that on the side. That shit freaked me the fuck out. And it was like the first time because like I never saw a face. It's always just shadowy.
Yeah.
But like seeing a face.
Yeah.
I was just like, and that face is just like burned into my.
What did the face look like? Or like, is it too traumatizing for you to be like?
How would I describe? No, just the eyes were yellow.
Okay.
The eyes were yellow, and then it was like a skinny girl.
Okay.
It's a skinny girl.
What was the face doing? Like smiling, just looking straight?
Just like straight
just
up.
Emotionless?
Just emotionless, just like that. Tilted. Like I remember that very vividly. Just tilted on the side.
And her hair was like just dangling.
Yeah, and it's just like staring at you. You can't do shit because you can't move.
That's...
Yeah, that should fuck me up for like years after that. I was just
I bet.
Yeah.
Dude, that's... Nah, I can't do anything.
So nowadays, like nothing really phases me.
Phases.
I guess sleep paralysis sometimes, but like, it's just the same feeling of like creepy crawlies, like hair.
Yeah.
I feel hair. I just feel hair all the time.
Right.
And like when you live with a girl long enough, you always feel hair because there's always fucking hair everywhere.
Literally everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. Right. So like to me, it's just like.
Do they do that dumb like hairstyle, like stick it to the shower wall?
Well, it sticks to the wall because of the hair dryer. It gets like caught up in the when it's still like the walls are a little bit like dewy. Yeah. But yeah, that's the scary one. That was the only.
That was the only occurrence that you saw a face.
Yeah. Everything else is always shadowy or like blurry.
Yeah.
Right.
So and then after that, you're just like, all right, doors has to be closed. Nothing.
Doors have always been closed because I just don't want to hear roommate.
Why was your door open?
That's what I'm saying. Like, well, we don't know why it was open.
Oh.
Yeah. It was open, bro. I was like, and then like everyone heard, like my roommate and his girlfriend who lived in the other room. They were like, "What the fuck's what's going on? Like, why is he screaming?" And then I couldn't move.
Really?
Yeah. Did
anyone ever like check up on you, like, hey?
Yeah, like
you good, fam?
Yeah. But I was just I couldn't explain it to them. I was just like, oh,
really?
You're having a nightmare. It's like, dude,
you never know.
You don't understand, man.
You ever have those like gnarly nightmares and stuff?
Nightmares?
Yeah.
I don't remember my dreams.
Same here, but I've you know, sometimes you have dreams where you pee in your dream and then you pee in real life.
I guess so. No, I haven't been. Oh, you know what? What fucked me up the most during these sleep paralysis episodes? Melatonin. When I was taking melatonin regularly, bro, that shit hit me every night.
Really?
Yeah. So I stopped doing it.
So did it actually work for you? I used to take melatonin, but it never worked for me.
It never worked for me. What really knocks me out are Benadryl.
Oh.
Benadryl and like NyQuil.
You never
that will put me to sleep.
You never just like took a bong rip or smoked some weed and then just knock out?
I stay awake with the bong rip. I just feel like I'm heavy.
Yeah, because probably you're taking like sativa, like some OG.
True. That's true.
Yeah, to do some OG.
Gummies, not really either. I just feel heavy.
Oh,
my mind races, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
And you ever get like super sleepy and then you're like,
I don't really get sleepy. I can feel like I'm trapped.
Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah. Whoa. But speaking of dreams, though, so you've experienced sleep paralysis, but have you ever experienced astral projection?
What would be the difference? Yeah. Like you just see your body from
kind of like out of body ish experience.
Yeah, I'm just always trapped.
Oh, okay.
Is that the next step?
I don't know
how did I level up to that Doctor Strange like.
Because I've had dreams where it felt very like astral projection where I'm and my camera died. Dude, what is up with my camera? We're almost done. Hold on. Dude, you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, spooky.
This is scary.
Spooky. You just never know. I don't even know if I should like just continue the story then. Anyways, I just felt like I was astral projecting because it felt too real, and I always stay in my room whenever I astral project because my whole thought process is like if your spiritual body is out of your body, that means your physical body is vulnerable. You don't want demons to get into there, so I stay in my room. And then the one time I like left, I walked around like this was in Stockton. I walked around my house, and this was right after my grandparents passed away. So my grandmother passed first.
You didn't hit that or no?
What?
The alert or you good?
I don't know. Like it says, writing to memory.
No, it's off.
Yeah, there's no hope. Anyways, basically when I was astral projecting, like my grandparents passed recently, and I saw them both standing on my stairs.
What?
Yeah, it wasn't like scary or anything.
Yeah, but like to me, when my family members like come back, right? So to speak, like they're just. There's your family,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yo, what's the lottery number next week? Like
no.
Yeah.
No.
It's not vengeful, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they were just chilling.
Yeah.
So that's why I felt normal. Yeah. That's my only story. All right, well that's it, and my camera's still dead, so you can close it out, man, since your camera's working.
All right, so that wraps up our. That's not even scary. That's just that's just life.
It might be scary to people. It's life for you.
That's true. All right, so you can't see anymore. So
can't see me.
All right, thanks for tuning in. So this comes out right before Halloween.
Right before Halloween.
So all right. Sub if you haven't. We out.